If you're anything like me, raising autistic children, then you know it can be a lot at times, especially when you're raising more than one child on the spectrum. The juggling, constantly being alert, the unpredictability, you're managing IEP meetings, triggers, behaviors, routines. It's like living on a roller coaster that never stops. And if you don't have systems in place, it gets overwhelming pretty fast. I remember days where I felt completely drained, questioning if I was doing enough or if I could keep going. And when I say systems, I mean structure in every part of our lives. Not just routines on a schedule, but structure that bring comfort and predictability to our family dynamics, such as a solid morning routine that sets the tone for the day, the one that calms everyone before the day even begins. Evening routine that helps the whole house wind down, because when your kids can settle into quiet time smoothly, it changes the whole night, trust me. And routines around sensory care, communication, even sleep to reduce the overwhelmness and make life feel a little more manageable. I want to share a personal story with you. There was a time when two of my kids were struggling with sleep so badly, I was up all night. Every night, I was exhausted in ways I didn't even think that was possible. The doctors even offered medication. I did fill the script, but when it came to giving it, I didn't go through with it. I remember my own experience as a kid with ADHD medicine. It made me shut down, and it didn't really make me feel like myself. I knew the toll it took on my focus and energy, so I said no. I decided I had to find another way. And that's when everything changed. I realized I needed to understand my kids better, not fix them, but listen and learn from them. So I started slowing down and observing each child one by one. Remember, I have three. I asked myself what makes them happy, what triggers meltdowns, what helps them feel safe. Don't get me wrong, this wasn't easy, and it took time, patience, and a lot of trial and error, but it was worth it. I also got braver. I started talking more openly with their doctors. I stopped holding back in meetings, even though I was scared of being judged. Because here's the truth. Your child needs you to speak up, no matter who's watching. One example is one of my sons. He has a history of elopement, and I knew he needed a para to keep him safe at school. So I spoke up, not in a rude way, but clear and direct. And guess what? They agreed and they listened. Because when you advocate with clarity and confidence, professionals do listen. You don't have to be an expert, but you do have to be willing to speak up. So here are 5 things I did that helped me stop drowning in paperwork and actually understand my child's needs better. 1, individual observation. I made it a priority to watch each child on their own without distractions, to learn from their unique patterns and triggers. It helped me see what they really needed. 2, sensory tracking. I kept notes on what calmed them or caused distress, whether it was certain sounds, textures, or environments, so I could adjust their routines accordingly. 3, communication with doctors. I stopped being scared to speak my truth. I asked questions, shared concerns, and was honest about what was working and what wasn't. 4, IEP prep and documentation binder. I created a simple file to keep track of evaluations, goals, meeting notes, all in one place, so I wasn't scrambling trying to find things at the last minute. 5, revisiting what used to work. Sometimes the old tools or visuals we work with, it does work wonders. I learned to revisit and reuse those rather than always looking for new solutions. Let me be real. None of this happened overnight. It's a journey. I've been in it for 5 years, and I'm still learning and still showing up, still getting resources, and still finding ways to keep my kids thriving. because that's what they deserve. They deserve a parent who keeps trying, who gets creative, and who doesn't give up. This is the kind of guidance I walk you through in my workbook, simple, step by step, and it's created to make structure doable for busy, tired autism moms just like me. If you're tired of feeling overwhelmed and you want to rebuild structure in your home, comment structure below to join the waitlist.